Mary, how can I help you?
I know that a civil divorce doesn't necessarily mean the end of a marriage in the eyes of the church, but I thought you might want to clarify for your audience and for that gal who called that a civil divorce need not be a sin in the eyes of the church. Paragraph 2383 of the Catechism says that if civil divorce remains the only possible way of ensuring certain legal rights, the care of the children, or the protection of inheritance, it can be tolerated and does not constitute a moral offense.
Right, if that's allowed, but in our current situation in the United States, I highly recommend that we don't go to the courts, because the courts have really messed up marriage law in the United States. The so-called no-fault divorce laws are highly, highly, highly problematic, to say the least. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can here with my language, but and it's the rarest of case. You know, it says tolerated, first of all, so that we're dealing with something that's not encouraged at any sense. We tolerate a dictator. You know, Paul talks about praying for the emperor, even though the emperor was Nero, and we had to tolerate, the unjust cruelness, viciousness, and really mental illness of Nero. But it doesn't mean we like it. And so this is a toleration at best, and that's only as a last resort, if that's the only way to defend, these legal rights and obviously to protect children. But, in our situation, we can have separations that do that without going the further step of having to invoke civil law. But there may be rare cases where that's the only way to protect certain rights. But then I would be very, very careful, especially in the United States where our marriage law is so problematic.